Hey YouTube, this is Freakish Guy again. Thanks for tuning in for the third instalment of Starstrike Blast Preview. The next card I'm going to cover is Tuning. Although not as broken as the anime or the Tag Force 4 effect, it's still a good card. Basically it's just a reinforcement of the army for Synchron Tuner monsters, and it sends the top card of your deck to the graveyard after you've added it. So it avoids the whole charge fiasco, where it's mill as a cost. Instead it's just an effect, so if it's negated, you don't get a mill and you don't get the monster. The main searcher for this would be Quick Draw Synchron. So it just basically means running a... You'd only really run one or two at most. It is a Ultra/Ultimate in our set. But yeah, you could also search out Junk Synchron and go for Junk whatever. Now, I think this might be the second last of the last card. Yeah, the two last cards I'm going to cover, three cards I'm going to cover are Large Heatwave, Vanity Space and Large Trap Hole. The first one, Large Heatwave, is an amazing card, in my opinion. It's best in like anti-meta, Final Countdown, that sort of deck. But basically it's a normal spell, and this card effect can only be activated at the start of your main phase 1, and until your next draw phase, neither player can normal summon or special summon effect monsters. There's a bit of a rumour going around over a bit of a broken ruling over it concerning Reckless Greed, but I think that's not going to work because every phase happens on your turn. Although it's classed as skip, it's still classed as actually happening, even though you just don't go into that phase. So the only downside to it is monsters can still be set, but combine that with something like Dark Morgue, basically they can't summon, and if you've got Anti-Spell Fragrance, that's pretty much a free turn for you. And the only downside as well is if they're using normal monsters, they can still summon them, but they won't be able to get around if you got a big monster that you can beat them down with. The next card I'm going to cover, as previously mentioned, is called Vanity Space. All these names are subject to change, by the way, apart from Tuning, Shooting Star Dragon and Glow Up Bull. Vanity Space is also quite good in a macro deck, but the thing is, it's really good because neither player can special summon monsters. So basically what it means, it's good in like an anti-meta macro deck. You're using like triple Banisher, triple Macrocosmos, triple Dimensional Fisher. So neither player can special summon monsters. It's basically like an anti-meta stun deck using Doom Calibers, Thunder Kings, King Tigers, Banishers, DD Warrior Ladies, etc, etc, etc. Basically neither player can normal summon monsters, and when a card is sent from the deck or the field to your graveyard, you can destroy this card. That is pretty good. And the last card I'm going to cover is called Large Trap Hole. This card is activate only. It's a trap, normal trap. Vanity Space was a continuous trap, and Large Heatwave, as mentioned before, was a normal spell. This card activate only when your opponent special summons 2 or more monsters face up on the field. Send those monsters to the graveyard, and send all monsters with the same name from your opponent's hand and deck to the graveyard. So basically, if they summon like Infernity stuff, you can send all the Archfiends and all the Necromancers to the grave, and like you can lock down them pretty well. So its main counter in this format is against obviously mainly Infernities, but it also counters such stuff as X-Sabers, I've got them Z-Call. Also, it won't do much against Blackwings, so this card's best as a side deck option against Infinities and to an extent Sabers, but Gotham Z-Calls are the better option against Sabers, as you can chain it to theirs and steal their monsters. Basically it's just good against any deck. It can also do good against GBs when they're tagged out from a Gazaris hit, but most likely it would be destroyed through a Gazaris hit. So really just good against Infinities at most. Okay, I will post more updates as cards get revealed. I'm not a big fan of any really of the other cards. The only other card that's really pushing my boat a little bit is Red Nova Dragon, which actually is pretty good. It's a level 12 Dragon Synchro. 3/5 attack, 3000 defense. This card, if you've got a red Dragon Archfiend and 2 tuner monsters, it gains 500 attack for each tuner monster in your graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. And when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can remove from play this card and negate the attack. If you negate an attack this way, special summon this remove from play card during the end phase. So basically, you'll have 1 tuner in the grave off Red Dragon Archfiend, the summon of him. Then you'll have 2 more tuner monsters, so it's basically a 5000 attack monster that cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So basically it can just be bounced, so it's pretty much a game winner. And the best tuner monster, in my opinion, to use with this is Deep Sea Diva, because you can get 2 out at once, or Infinity Beetle. But the main option I would say is Deep Sea Diva, so you can see this having a lot more play. And maybe if Fish got a level 2 tuner, they'd be able to do it as... Oh, Fish can get him out as well, actually, because you could summon... What you could summon is 1 Fishbulk Blaster. This is quite hard because I know it is possible. You go 2 Fishbulk Blaster. I'm just thinking it would be the same sort of way for the Stardust that I mentioned earlier. Except, yeah, so 2 Fishbulks, 2 Deep Sea Macro Tremor, and Deep Sea King Quellacanth. First of all, I would synchro off Deep Sea King Quellacanth and Fishbulk for Red Dragon Archfiend, because its effect's negated. Then I would discard... That's the only downside, because, yeah, Fish can get out 2 forms of Synchron, but best way to think round it. I'm thinking about the level 4 one, Royal Swamp Eel and Oyster Meister. I'll post a video update at a later date with that, but as you now saw, you've saw a coverage of all my picks from Starstrike Blast, and now I'll just do a quick review of them. They are in set order: Swift Attacking Scarecrow, Blow Up Bulb, Scrap Soldier, Watt Dragonfly, White Mare, Shooting Star Dragon, Formula Synchron, Red Nova Dragon, Scrap Twin Dragon, Tuning, Large Heat Wave, Vanity Space, and Large Trap Hole. Okay, this was an extended piece, so thank you for watching YouTube. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like, whatever, as long as I get more subscribers at the end of the day. The more you subscribe, the more I will do videos. So thank you for watching. Ciao for now.